Okay, so today I just kind of want to talk about like a subject that I kind of struggle with and that I'm trying to get better with this process, I guess. And it's equating like how somebody feels about you with the amount of time that they are around you. So like for me, I feel like somebody doesn't care about me or likes me less if we spend less time with each other. And then if we spend more time with each other, for me, that's like, oh, okay, like I know how they feel about me. But, like, and I don't know if this is more like recent that this has started or if it's always like, I think maybe it's kind of been like a thing. And I think it probably always has, but I have seen it and kind of acknowledged it, but not really like gone into what is this actually doing to my relationships or like I guess with that person and with like myself. And so like especially now I'm kind of like I can kind of recognize it in other people when they do the same. And it's just like it makes me kind of it definitely helps me reflect and be like see how it can like kind of hurt their relationship with the other person. And so I guess for me, um I like I just have to keep telling myself with this that like just because they aren't with you doesn't mean that they don't care. They just have something else to do. Like they are their own person, their own individual with stuff going on in their life that they have to do in order to build up themselves or just accomplish what they want to get done. And so just because they don't want to be like with you 24/7 does not mean that they hate you. They just need it's just like when you can only be around somebody, I feel like for a certain amount of time before it becomes more of like you you can kind of like morph into one and then you lose track of your like what you're trying to accomplish. And this is also something like I feel like I was guilty of, like I think maybe like both parties like allowing that to happen and also like like being on the other side, seeing this coming from some person and allowing it to happen rather than telling them, you know, I can't do this for myself because I need to personally grow. But then also on the other hand, I have been the person where I've been like quite dependent and I was just like, this is easier. I like this is easier than actually just like I guess even like basically just talking to the person and sharing this is how I feel. Let's figure this out. Which I'm that's one of my goals to do is like if that like happens in the future. But oh, that also comes back to when I feel like in a couple of my like recent friendships that I've developed, I've seen how I'll start to like rely on them as a source of happiness. And it's not just like, oh, we're all having fun. It's more of like dependency. Like, I need to be around these people because this is fun or whatever. But then it's more of like a distraction. from how I'm actually feeling about like my life and like different situations. Like it, and so I get caught up with these people because like I get so caught up in like I need to be around them all the time because they're a good distraction. But and so like I have been recognizing this, and so I've been starting to pull away. Like you need to actually see what you need to deal with and not just like run away from it, I guess. And but that also brings up like how, or like this also leads me into like for a while, I guess it's not quite as bad anymore, but I would like dread going to sleep. I hated for my days to actually end. I dreaded, I guess whatever I felt good that happened in that day ending, and I also did not want to get my next day started because I just felt like when I would wake up in the morning, I would dread the start of that day because I was like, I have so much that I need to get done, so many things that I have to do. I just kept putting off things that I actually needed to do in my life. And but this brings me back, like, I guess like hanging out with friends or something like that. Like I wouldn't always want to leave because I would be like, well, what if they feel differently about me the next day or whatever? But like I'm starting to obviously realize again, like that is not sustainable. And also, if that's how I feel in these friendships, then these are not the types of friendships that I want to be in. I don't, and I've also like looked at, are these more just convenience? Are these actually people that I feel like are elevating me? And if they are, is it a bunch of things that like aspects that they are, or is there just certain things and so they play more of a role, and like I need to stop trying to form them into fitting like all of these other roles, because that's just not what I would get from them. It would hurt me more than actually benefiting me, because I would be trying to force them into a role that they aren't, and I would be building them up in my mind, and then I would get hurt when they didn't fulfill that role. And so yeah, I don't know. Give me a second to think about. I'm trying to like see if like I can develop further on this. I don't know. But like I think I'm also starting to assess some of my friendships with people more, and like, do I think that this is going to be a long-term friendship? Like, do I think that we can grow together? And like, or even just now, is this person what I need now in my growth process? Because sometimes like when you actually look at that person, they're actually bringing you down more than up. And it's like, you're like, you also have to realize like this person isn't ready for this lifestyle change that like you're going about. So I guess this is kind of similar to what I've talked about before, but I don't know, I'm trying to think more about like recently how it has been for me. really know. I guess maybe some like good things that have been happening for me. I had 2 midterms, one on this past Thursday and then one today. And I felt like today, the one today, I was kind of nervous about it because I didn't study a whole lot, but I went to the review sessions and like that my TA had, and I felt like I was putting my all into getting those concepts, and like I was really trying to get certain concepts down, and then it's not like I was trying to get everything a little bit. It was like I felt like what helped me the most was getting something down, moving on to the next, getting that down. And I was like, if I don't accomplish like all of these concepts that I want to, I guess, know, that's fine if I know these core ones. And I felt like that really did help me. This was my best midterm in this class. Like, it was physics, and this is definitely my best midterm out of like both of the physics that I've taken. And so I'm just really like, I'm actually really proud of my performance because I feel like I actually did go, like I didn't study a whole lot, but I feel like I did go all in when I was there, which like I felt like in this one I gave myself a chance, which was all that I could ask for. And I felt like I could trust myself and my abilities. That's what I went in there and that's what I did. And I feel like the midterm on Thursday, that's what I did as well. I was like, I know this. I just need to trust myself. And that's what basically I'm getting at, I think. Just trust yourself and your abilities because you're smarter than what you think. You, like, yeah, you got it. Okay. All right. Bye.